Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today I'm joining several of my crafty friends for Simple Stories Saturday. This is a scrapbooking collab and YouTube hop, so be sure to check out the description box below for a link to all those that are participating with Simple Stories Saturdays. And this is where we all just share a love of Simple Stories products. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. I have a fun project for you today. I'm using one of the brand new PearTree cut files for the October release, and this is called the Pumpkin Mini Book. So this is the cut file that I used, and it is so easy to put together. So the first thing I started off doing is I cut one out with white, then I cut one out with this pumpkin colored cardstock, and then I picked several other cardstocks, or pattern papers rather, from the Simple Stories Cider and Donuts collection. I'm going to grab my mat here because I do want to do some inking before I put this together, but I'm going to show you how to put this together. Now, to reinforce the cover of the album, I'm taking the white piece that I cut and I'm adhering this pumpkin colored cardstock to the top. So this will be my front and back cover. So I'm just going to line this up. And then for the inside, I'm just going to flip it over. Let me make sure it's all lined up here. Then I'm going to take this other piece of pattern paper and I'm going to glue it so that'll be the inside cover and the back cover. Now, most of the pattern papers that I chose all have a really good, front and back, but this one, I really liked this pattern paper here, but on the back side of it was some cut aparts. So I thought it would be perfect to glue just to the inside. So I'm going to add a little bit more glue. I'm using the Nuvo Deluxe glue. I really like this glue for this type of project. And I need a little bit more here, it looks like. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to use my bone folder here and just make a score line and fold this in half. Okay? And then I'm going to take the rest of my pattern papers and I'm going to fold those over in half. So when I loaded these into my Cricut, I used 5 by 12 inch pieces. So I didn't have to use the entire sheet of 12 by 12 pattern paper. I cut it down to 5 by 12 and that was just perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring in one of my tools here. The tool I'm using for this is called a Crop-A-Dial. So it's got a couple places where you can cut the holes, and then you can also bring in eyelets. So I don't know if you have any eyelets in your stash, but when I bought my Crop-A-Dial, it came with some eyelets, and I don't think I'd used a single one. And I thought this was a great opportunity to bring those in. So I've got a couple gold ones here. So I'm just going to place those into the holes. And then I'm going to take that center part and where it's like the longer piece, I'm going to punch into that hole. And then let's flip this over and we'll take a look at that. Now I didn't get that one quite in there right, so I'm going to have to redo that one. So make sure that you hold these really tight together and then it will, let me show you. See how it does that on the back? So that's perfect. So I'm going to grab another one here and repeat the first one that I didn't get quite in there all the way because you want to make sure it goes through all the pieces and give it a good chomp. And there we go. So now I'm going to bring in some ribbon, but look at this. Isn't this cute? So easy. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, I guess before I put the ribbon in, is I want to bring in some Distress Oxide, and I'm using the color in Vintage Photo. And I'm going to go along the edges of the entire front cover. And I'm actually going to put a little extra of that Vintage Photo on where the stem is. And so I'm going to put this on the front cover, the back cover, and then I will ink all of the pages that are in the book. Okay, now I want to bring in a stencil from my stash here. I believe this is a Vicky Bouton stencil. And I want to use this same color, this Vintage Photo, and rub some ink on the front just to give it a little interest. I'm going to end up embellishing this with so many of the embellishments that are from the Simple Stories Cider and Donuts collection, but I thought that this will just give it a little extra interest. So that look cute? Perfect. Now I'm bringing in some ribbon and also some twine, and I'm just going to kind of roll these together so I can stick them through to my album. So I'm coming through on the back side. And I don't know if I'd call this an album. I think of this as more of a brag book. And I'm so excited to make this. The photos that I'm going to be using are of a family photo shoot that we had taken last fall. And I haven't really scrapbooked all of them yet, but I thought this was a great way to get these all documented. May give this to my mom. I like it so much I might just end up keeping it. I don't know, but this is a great idea if you want to give like a little brag book to someone. And Marie, the owner of the PearTree Cut Files, said that there's going to be more of these coming in the future. So be sure to head on over to the PearTree Cut Files website to check it out. All right, so now it's time to start decorating the cover. So I'm bringing in a little tacky glue here, and I've got several ephemera pieces. I'm using the bits and pieces and also the floral bits. I've kind of just mixed them together. The bits and pieces are from the Cider and Donuts collection, and then the floral bits are called Acorn Lane. But they all just really go nicely together. So I love the little bird. Isn't that cute? Okay, so here's my photos. So this is pictures of me and my daughter Tatum and my boyfriend Dale. And like I said, they're just real fallish photos that we had taken in 2023. So I thought these will be perfect for the album. So, and the measurements, you can go as far as 3.5 wide, but 2.5 tall is the tallest that you can make these. I did some 2x2 squares, 2.5, 2x3. So I'll go ahead and stick one on here, and then I'll do the decorating off camera, and then I will be back to show you the album. But I will bring in the embellishments. So here's a look at that Cider and Donuts sticker sheet. There's so many fun little wordy bits on here that I can use. And here's a look at the Cider and Donuts bits and pieces. And I've also mixed in the floral bits Acorn Lane. So I don't know which went to which, but I've got lots of things to choose from. So on the front here, let's see, on the photo, I think I'll add this little wordy bit. And we'll see how that looks on there. I don't think I got it quite straight. Nope, I'm not going to be able to pick it up. It's stuck down. Those are good stickers. And so I'll dig through here, and then I'll be back to show you everything that I decorated, and feel free to take screenshots along the way. Okay, so here's a look at the cover. I love the way this turned out. And then inside I have Give Thanks. And that little stickers are family with the little pumpkin. And then the next page, Let's Snuggle and Nuts About You with the little squirrel. Then I've got Sweater Weather, and then Just Love You with the little scarf there. Happy Fall, Y'all, and I Love Fall. That's Tatum. Oh, I love that page. And then the little house with So Very Blessed, and I have Count Your Blessings. And then It's Fall, Y'all, and then So Cozy Together. I mean, this was just so easy. Thankful and Give Thanks. So that's the end. And then on the back cover, it says Grateful. So I love the way this turned out. I hope this gives you a little bit of inspiration. I encourage you to give it a try. It's so cheap and easy to put together. So if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. I will have still shots over on Instagram and also on my Facebook page, and everything I used will be linked down below in the description box. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!